When we were in New York, we went to the Steinway store and looked at new Steinways, and probably could have afforded to buy one if we really, really wanted to. But playing them and looking at them, I just didn't feel like it was worth going that route. What you guys produce is as good or better because of the older style model and the craftsmanship that you do. I would never recommend somebody to buy a new Steinway. I would recommend that they go to Lindeblad Piano and look at buying something that's refurbished, which I think is as good, if not better, than a brand new one. One of the things I was very careful about was to do my research and make sure that whoever I was dealing with truly knew how to rebuild a Steinway with authentic parts in the way that Steinway would want to do it. I wanted to make sure they were calibrated to the right specs according to the way the piano was originally built. There's a lot of chatter about if you replace the soundboard on a Steinway, it's not a Steinway anymore, and I just don't believe that's true because all Steinways get old and they need their soundboard replaced. So what are they replacing it with? Wood. If it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's a duck. The people at Lindeblad follow the way that Steinway built their pianos. And especially true with the soundboard. I think that's the most important piece of the piano, is where the voice comes from, and everything else builds around that. So totally satisfied with that. I have a true Steinway. You guys hired a guy from Steinway who did soundboards. It was definitely a big plus knowing that Gallo had worked as the soundboard guy at Steinway for 30 years and used the same wood and the same process from the same source. When we met him and shook his hand and knew that he was the artisan who put all his loving hard work into that whole process, was really quite an experience. Y'all did a great job of responding, sending pictures, and was really comfortable with that. You guys hired a great delivery company, made sure everything was set up exactly like it should be. I was super excited, couldn't wait for them to finish, get out of the way so I could play it. My piano is not a Steinway, it's a Steinway. It's a refurbished Steinway in every way, shape, or form. Most dreams occur in someone's life at a very young age. I grew up in New Orleans and surrounded by music. On weekends, my parents would take me to friends' houses and we'd go eat crawfish and do things like that, but there was always music involved. And when I was old enough to understand, what makes a good piano and a great piano, Steinway was obviously the first one that came to my mind. Very, very particular about everything that I purchase that's on a high end. I pay very close attention to details. So when it came to the piano, super big investment, childhood dream, I wanted to make sure that it was 100%. The reason you're here today is because I wanted you here today. I'm a person who believes if someone does a really, really good job, I want to help get that word out. So I felt like based on the experience that I had with you and your company, it was such a great experience. Me and my wife both wanted to make sure that if you were willing, we would be able to help get that word out and tell the world that Lindeblad Piano is fantastic. We feel like it's something that we owe to you because of the great work that you've done and how pleased we are with the piano.